Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to another time here. Welcome to another time at the book club. So glad, so pleased, so excited that you came. It's what we're gonna do every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. West African time. We're gonna read through a book, learn from the book, and do life together through the book. And the book we're presently into is our eighth book in the series, right? We've been doing this since 2021. So this is we're into our fifth week in the series, and this is our eighth book in the now into the fifth year of doing this. And we've been reading these. We started the year with this, and here we are, July 6th, and we're still in this book, and there's really no end in sight. Even though we're in the last chapter of the book, it's just so exciting that we're just enjoying our time in it. We're reveling inside of it. It's like we should build a tabernacle in chapter 8, and we don't tend to hurry this. We stay as long as it takes in anything that we're doing. So we're going to stay in 8, finish it. When we finish it, then we'll do a summary of the whole book. Then we'll go to our next book. Our next book right now, I think, is going to be the Confidence Game. Confidence Game by Maria Kornikova, author of Mastermind. And it's just talking about why we fall for it every time, why we get mugged. We need to learn what is it about us that uses those that muggle us to succeed so that we can gain wisdom and be above the things, the tools, they use, the weaknesses inside of us that they use. Again, the African proverb says, if there's no enemy within you, the enemy outside can do you no harm. We need to understand, know, identify, turn the beam light on the enemy within that allows us for other people to fool us, irrespective of what realm, area of life we find ourselves. Probably the place where people get moogled most are in the church and in political circles. Somehow people just leave their brains outside the door, when they go to a place of worship. And that is not God's mindset, because God says, come unto me and let us reason together. You can't reason without your mind. God wants us to think. God doesn't want us to be zombies, that come before him. He wants us to think. He wants our mind to be involved in our worship of him. That's why, Jesus was telling us the greatest and first commandment is that we worship the Lord our God with everything that we have, all of our mind, all of our body, all of our spirit, all of our emotions, everything. That's why there was a church that used to say that, oh, don't worship your emotion. No. If you want to worship God, don't let your emotion be involved. Just do like this. They were moogled by the devil. The devil killed their worship. They didn't know it, but they were prisoners of the devil. And they were not worshiping God for as long as they did not bring their emotion to bear in their worship. God says, Jesus says, the first and most important, the highest of all commandments is that you worship the Lord your God with everything. We saw David when he worshiped God. He worshiped God so much, a clothing on him fell out. He gave God all his emotion, all his passion. That is the way we approach the Lord our God. We don't compartmentalize him. We don't give him half measure. Right? We release ourselves into his hands when it comes to a place of worship, when it comes to a place of following him. Right? And it's something that we make by choice. By choice. We decide to do it. That's why, sorry, this is not a scriptural or religious environment, but I'm a pastor. And this comes up. God expects us to give him a living sacrifice, not a dead sacrifice. When you go to those temples of demons, they try to kill your brain. They say, don't think, just do whatever I will tell you. They are not leading you to heaven. They themselves are not men or women of God. They're agents of the devil. Anyone that does not encourage you to think is not of God, is of the devil. You need to understand that they are muggling you. They are trying to muggle you, right? They are trying to con you, and that's what we'll be learning when we go into our next book. How these people work, how these people captivate your mind, how these people control you and use you for their own end. Right? You think you are going to heaven, whereas they are leading you to hellfire, both in this world and in the world to come. We would learn what they use, how they do it, so that we can be masters of our own destiny. and not allow anybody mogul us. Right? That's what we're going to be doing when we go to this book. But let's come back to the book we're on right now, which is the gold mine effect. And cracking the secrets of high performance. And for me, like I said, we've done this all year, right? I've enjoyed it and I'm practicing it every day in my life. It's making my life different, you know. Bode, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. It's making my life different. My life has I've increased. Every realm, every area of my life has just gone up. We're performing at a higher level in every area of my life, right? Whether it be my business, whether it be my investment, whether it be my career, whether I be in my retirement planning, whether I be as a father, a wife, a husband, a sibling, a son, my life has just is breaking bounds. Is breaking bounds, and there's yet more to come. I am gaining the benefit of doing this, and I just hope that as you come along, you're gaining the same benefit, and your life is not remaining the same. You are breaking bounds. You are tearing off either to the things that have held you back. You are breaking them. You are tearing the cobwebs of the enemy. Every witchcraft spirit that has held you and said you would not go this far, you are breaking through. You are breaking through. You are tearing off those nets, and you are going further. 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 You are surprising your own self. You are becoming a generational, a generational course breaker in your lineage. You are beginning to do the things that have not been done in your lineage before. You are beginning to make a difference in your lineage. You are beginning to make a difference in your generation. That's your lessons. That's why we do this. Right? It's not to feel our head, but it's to win in the affairs of life. It's to become truly the more than overcomer that God has called us to be, that God intends us to be. That's why we do this. And if you aren't getting this, then you're not coming along for whatever reason. You're not connecting, right? And maybe this is not a place for you, but this is to change your life. This is to move you further. This is to increase you. Right? This is to speak life to you. This is to speak abundance to you. This is to speak riches to you. This is to speak wealth to you. That's why I do this. I don't do this to fill your head. I don't do this to make myself popular. I do this to change lives. And that first life to change is my whole life. And my life is changing, and there's no reason why yours should not change also. Right? That's why we do this. So that is our book. We're on the gold mine effect, right? Cracking, the secret of high performance. We've gone to chapter 1, we've gone to chapter 2, we've gone to chapter 3, we've gone to chapter 4, we've gone to chapter 5, we've gone to chapter 6, we've gone to chapter 7, and right now we're in chapter 8 as we close the book. So this is going to be our third reading into chapter 8 today. And I don't think we're going to finish. We've been enjoying our first few times reading into chapter 8, and I don't want to leave it. I'm building a tabernacle here to enjoy and soak every single thing I can get here from chapter 8 so that my life will get better and 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 better. And I'm hoping the same for you also. The word of God says, the path of the righteous, yeah, like the morning star, right? They're like the morning star, and it shines brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter onto the perfect day. Brighter and brighter and brighter onto the perfect day. Your life has to be increasing. Your life has to be getting better. You have to be seeing growth in every area of your life. Otherwise, you are dead. Otherwise, you are dead. Otherwise, you are dead. There's something you're not doing right if you're not increasing. There's something you're not doing right if you're not getting better. There's something you're not getting right if you're not growing. There's something that you're not getting right if you're not shining brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. You must challenge life, right? God has put us here to get better. It is a will of God that we get better. You right? It says He has given us life and given us that life more abundantly, not in little measure, not in trickle measure, but in abundant measure. And if you're not getting your hold, you need to do something about it, right? You need to cry out. You need to cry out, right? You need to cry out. and challenge whatever it is that's challenging you. Whatever it is that's an obstacle standing in your way, it is not of God. It has no right to stand in your way. It's time to shout against it. It's time to break it. It's time to take it out of your way, because go forward you must go. Go forward you must go. That's the will of God for you. That's the destiny of God for you, to increase, to get better, to increase, to get better, to increase, to get better, to rise, bubble up in a place of life, not be buried by life. You have no excuse. You have no excuse to be buried by life. You have need, you must bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, bubble up. Whatever it is you are doing, wherever it is that you find yourself, you need to bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, bubble up. That is the will of God for you. That's the destiny of God for you. All right. I'm gonna bring on my slide, and we're gonna have a structured time here like we always do. So come along and enjoy our time together. Alrighty. So this is where we are. We did part one. We've done part two. Today we're going to be on to part three. This is our third time reading the book here. So the quote that pretty much runs through the whole chapter is this one by Muhammad Ali. It says, "Champions aren't made in the gym, right? Champions are not made in the gym. Champions are not made in the marketplace, right? There is a German Mashfid Mashal. I've forgotten his name. His code name is Desert Fox. And he says that the time we spend preparing, saves blood right in the field, right? The time to become a champion is in your secret place. If you are not a champion in the secret place, you cannot be a champion in the public place, right? In the secret place is when we download, as it were, we hear from invisible realm. We decide who we are. We hear who we are. We tell ourselves who we are. And you need that mindset. You need that picture of who you are to be able to face life. Because if you face life not having a picture of who you are, you'll be beaten like nothing else. You will have nothing to stand on. The picture you go to life with is your backbone, is your foundation, it's your defense, it's your starting point, it's your weapon in the marketplace. You have to go into life with a picture, right picture of who you are. Like when we talk about a judge who used to be bullied, but when he read about a superhero and was able to see himself in the light of that superhero, he changed his mindset. He challenged the bullies that were bullying him, and that was the end of their bullying, because he saw himself bigger than he had either seen himself. He saw himself not as one to be bullied. He saw himself not as one to be pitied, but as one that could fight for himself, that can stand his ground. And he stood his ground that day and then make the difference in his life. And he went on to apply the same principle in every area of his life. And he ended up one of the foremost judges in the US, right? And that's what you all need to do. You have to see yourself. It's the way you see yourself that others will see you. Change is about the way you see. If you don't see yourself as worthy, you cannot become worthy. People won't see you worthy. Even you yourself, see, you're not seeing yourself worthy. You can't do anything. The way you see yourself makes a difference in your outlook to life. It makes a difference in your attitude. It makes a difference in the kind of spirit, energy that you attract into your life. The energy goes where there is alignment. If your mindset, your attitude, your vision, your mental model is not in alignment with the right energy will not come your way. If your mindset, your attitude, your mental picture, is in alignment with evil, negative spirit, that's what will come to you. It doesn't matter your pastor. It doesn't matter how many days you have fasted. It doesn't matter how much whatever. Energy goes to the place where there's alignment, right? So champions are not made in the gym. They are made from something that is deep inside. It's something that's made deep inside. It's the desire that you have. It's a dream that you have. It's a vision that you have. It's the hunger that you have. That is what makes you go the distance, right? That is what makes you do what other people would not do. At the beginning of all of this, we spoke about two footballers, right? Yep. We spoke about two footballers. We spoke about Nani and Ronaldo, both coming having the same uh, pedigree. They both have the same pedigree, right? Both Portuguese, both coming from the same Sporting Lisbon, joined the same club, Man U. But one rose to notoriety. One did not rise to notoriety, right? We will talk about Kobe Bryant, right? The Mamba, you know. Eh, he rose to notoriety. Other people that were in the same club with him did not rise to notoriety. Some foolish people would, after his death, say, "Oh, it's because he belongs to a cult. Oh, it's because it's this." These are lazy minds, children of the devil, people who have nothing to do with heaven or good things, people who have aligned themselves for poverty, right? But that is not true. You get what you get based on the input you are put into life, right? Life, nature, providence works by sowing and reaping. What you put in is what you get, right? Nothing comes for free. There's no free lunch in life. There's no free lunch in life. It's just a figment of your imagination to think that life will give you that which you do not deserve, right? It's a figment of your imagination. I know people abuse grace, abuse mercy, and do nothing. Oh, mercy of God, foolish people, right? Life will only give you that which you deserve, that which you are sown for. If you don't sow for it, you won't get it. If you don't sow for it, you won't get it. Let no one deceive you. If you don't sow for it, you won't get it. You have to give to receive. Jesus says, "Give, and it shall be given to you." Not sit down and mope around and you will get. No, it will not be given to you because you are moping around, believing in mercy, believing in whatever it is you have been deceived, conned about, right? And we're going to talk about it when we talk about our next book, how people are conned, and they just waste their life, waste away, right? Expecting forever, not never receiving, entrapped by con men, con women, right? The way to get is what is by giving. You give. Say, give, and it shall be given. Give, and it shall be given. Give, and it shall be given. You pay the price for what you want. Someone like Ronaldo went to that exercise ground before every other person, before Nani left, stayed back when every other person left. He paid the price. That's how he got to notoriety. He exercised. He exercised himself into becoming. Read the same thing about Kobe Bryant. He exercised himself into becoming. He believed it was possible. So he pressed for what he believed is possible and he attained it. You can do the same thing. You can begin to come up with a vision, believe that you are possible. You are possible. You are possible. God did not bring you here to be the last. God did not bring you here to be the delta. God did not bring you here to be bullied. God did not bring you here to be the servant. God did not bring you here to be the last. God brought you here to be a champion, to show forth a particular part of his image, to show him forth in this life. And there's no part of God that is last. God brought you here as a more than an overcomer to win, to show forth what is possible, to declare his glory. That's why you are here. You cannot show his glory in poverty. You cannot show his glory in lack. You cannot show his glory by not growing. You cannot show his glory by not learning. You cannot show his glory by not developing. You cannot show his glory by not moving forward. Right. So that's what pretty much what is run through the whole of chapter 8 for us. Right. So let's jump into where we stopped last time. So this was the last slide we were on when we shut down last time. And pretty much we're just talking about self-efficacy and how to get self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is that belief that you can do something. Is that belief that you can do something. There's someone close to me that's always confessing negative. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, the Lord put a gun on my head. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's stupid. You're cussing yourself. You're negative minded. You're calling a negative spirit. You are defeating yourself. You have not even faced the war. You are defeating yourself. How do you expect God to help you? God cannot help you if you cannot help yourself. And you read the Bible, Joshua chapter 1, read the first 9 verses, see how many times God said, only be thou courageous. Only be thou courageous. I want to help you, but I can't help you if you're not courageous. If you cannot see me, if you cannot see yourself as a winner, as a victor, I cannot support it. I cannot support the vision you don't have. You talked about the 12 people that went to spy the land. 10 of them came and said, we are like a grasshopper. We are like grasshopper. God said, Amen. They were grasshoppers. But two had a different spirit. Two had a spirit of faith. Two knew better. They knew that it wasn't by their size, it was their size of their God. So they said to themselves, if only the Lord is pleased with us, this seeming giant will become bread for us to eat. We have to do our own part to be aligned. To be aligned. If we are aligned, then they will become bread for us. It doesn't matter their size. We just need to be aligned with energy. We need to be aligned with our power. We need to be aligned with nature. We need to be aligned with providence. And the rest will take care of itself. So they said, if only our God is pleased with us, this will become bread for eating. Right? So you must believe you can. You must align yourself in a position that providence can help you. Nature can work on your behalf. Energy can flow in your direction. Because the miracle does not start until you do that. It's called being courageous. Being courageous. Being courageous does not mean you don't have fear. It just means that you do it irrespective against the fear. You have the fear, but you do it because you believe in something greater than you that will take care and overcome the fear that you see. Yes, there is the fear, but there is also a God. There is the fear, but there's also a God. There is the fear, but there's also a God. And which is bigger will determine what you do. Is your fear bigger than your God? Or is your God bigger than your fear? That will determine whether you stay back or you buckle up and move on. Whichever is bigger determines your victory. Whichever is bigger determines your miracle. Whichever is bigger determines whether you bubble up or you don't bubble up. Right? So we talked about Bandura, is a psychologist and came up with this concept called self-efficacy. It is a standardized word, in psychology, and just means you're believing yourself that you can handle the details of your life. You can handle the details of the challenge or the circumstance or the task that is being put before you, right? And there are 4 ways in which you can develop it if you don't have it. 4 ways in which you can develop the ability to face the circumstances of life. Like I gotta tell you all, doing this is not, I wasn't born this way. I should not be doing this by virtue of my birth. I should not be doing this. I grew up a shy person. I should not be the one standing here and giving the talk as if nothing is happening. This is not me. This is not how I grew up. This is not who I used to be. But I became this by practice. I became this by doing it. I grew into this. I wasn't born this way. I grew into it. I wasn't born this way. I grew into it. I wasn't born this way. And I'm still growing, getting better every day. Every time I come and do this, I'm getting better. Every time I come and do this, I'm becoming freer. Every time I come to do this, I'm having more swag in doing it. I'm beginning to hone the environment. I'm beginning to hone the seat because the more I do it, the better I become. The more I do it, the better I become. The more I do it, the better I become. The more I do it, the more it becomes a second nature to me. The more it becomes who I am. I am becoming. And you don't become by sitting down doing nothing. You become by doing, 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 doing. That's how you gain a place on the table. Nobody's gonna give you a place on the table for free. You gotta walk your way to the table. You have to walk your way to the table. You have to claim the table. You have to demand the table. You demand by doing. You demand by growing excellence. Demand by becoming, someone that is respected in the field that you find yourself because you are producing value. People don't pay for your face. They pay for the value that you produce. If you're able to produce value, you will get paid for it. Right? So Bandura came up with 4 ways by which we can grow mastery, right? And one of it is by our own experience, like this, which is what I've been saying, growing into it by doing, right? It's called the mastery experience. The second one is by vicarious experience, which just means that you are learning by the experience of other people because you see someone do it. You catch a vision of what is possible and you do it yourself, right? And I gave an example of a judge who read about a superhero and saw himself in that superhero. If this superhero can do all of this, what if I'm the superhero? What can I do? And now I was able to gain the confidence, the courage, that to be able to face the bullies in his life. Yes, and he fought. Yes, he got wounded because he was fighting against about 3 or 4 people. But that was the end of bullying. He stood his ground. He stood his ground. He stopped running. He stood his ground. He stopped running. What will happen to your life if you will stand your ground? What will happen to your life if you stop running? What will happen to your life if you challenge the things that are challenging you? What will happen to your life if you dare to stand up to the things that have been chasing you all your life? What will happen to your life if you dare to stand up for something? Right? So the third one, as Bandura said, is verbal persuasion. Guess what? That's what I'm doing for you here. I'm trying to persuade you to become the highest expression of all that God has made you to become to be. I want you to evolve. I want you to become the highest expression that God has made you to be. I don't want you to die still full. I want you to die empty. I want you to be able to pour out all that God has invested on the inside of you. Don't leave anything undone. Don't go back to God and He's asking you, did you do that? Did you do that? No, no, no. Let's do everything. Let's do everything before we leave here. Let's do everything before we leave here. You are here to leave your mark. People must remember you forever that you passed through this life. Don't you say the people will do remember? We're always quoting Emerson because they live the full life, right? They live the full life. That's why we're always quoting them. They are not special. They're just human beings. They are just human beings. They have like passions as we have. If they can live such a life that we still remember them, what about you? What about you? What about you? God paid such a big price for you. Don't put him to shame. Stand up and leave. Stand up and leave. Stand up and leave. Don't rest on your horse. There's more to do. There's more to do. There are more cities to conquer. There are more grounds to conquer. There are more things you can do. I don't care your age right now. There's still more you can do. Until you die, there's more you can do. I'm not saying you should go and do things that are above your strength, or your capability. Know your strength, but do something. Don't retire. Don't give up. Do something. Do something equivalent to your strength, to your ability, but do something. Make a difference wherever you find yourself. Let people be grateful. Let people be appreciative that you came, that you are around, that you exist. Let people know when you leave that, oh, he's no more here. Don't let people not miss your absence. Let people feel your presence. Don't let people not miss your absence. Let them feel your presence for good. For good. Make an impact. Change lives. Touch lives. Help other people to feel seen, to feel understood, to feel loved. Right? Make awaken destinies around you. Right? That's what I'm doing. As the third way, we gain the ability, confidence in ourselves by hearing other people speak to us, speak life to us, right? And the third one we would say is by physiology, what you do to yourself, right? Like I say all the time, yeah, I'm able to here. I'm not resting my back, sitting like this, standing like this, and all confident in myself is because I own my body. I own my body. Paul will say, I believe that's First Corinthians, is it 9? He talked about the fact that he beats his body to bring it under suggestion, to own his body. That's what I do to my body. That's why my body is cooperative. My body is not cooperative just by chance. It's because I've beaten it into shape. I've beaten it into shape. I beat it into shape by sleeping well. I beat it into shape by exercising well. I beat it into shape by eating well. I beat it into shape by drinking water well. I beat it into shape by taking care of myself. So my body does not disappoint me when I call it to use. My body is a vessel. My body is an instrument, is a tool to be used for the purpose, for the intent that I am here for. So I have to take care of it, put it in a position, in a place that will answer to me when I need it. So this is not by chance. This is intentional. This was done. This was done. This was prepared that I can be able to stand here before you. And my whole body is standing also. It's because I beat it into shape. I beat it into shape. You have to take care of yourself. If you want to be able to do the things that God has put into your hands, if you want to do it effectively, take care of yourself. Eat well, drink well, sleep well, exercise. Drink well, eat well, sleep well, exercise. Also take care of your mental faculty. Don't dwell on negative things. Dwell on positive things. Be positive minded. Be positive minded. Believe in God. Believe that good things can happen to you. Good things can happen to you. Good things will happen to you. I don't care what your past looks like. Good things can happen to you. Good things will happen to you. Your future does not cancel your past does not cancel your future. Irrespective of what your past is, it's called past. Your past does not cancel your future. Your future is limitless, irrespective of what your past is. Don't be hindered by your past. You can become everything you ever thought you wanted to be. Just start today. Start with what you can do today and begin to build. It has not come into the heart of man. It has not come into the eyes of man. It has not come into the nose of man. It has not come into the ears of man. What is possible with you? But start. Start. You will surprise your own self. You'll be amazed at the things that will come out of your life if only you start. Start where you are. Start with what you can do and begin to build it. Don't be deceived by learned helplessness. Don't be deceived by waiting for some foolish, fake destiny helper. You are your own destiny helper. Help yourself. You have 2 hands, use them. You have 2 feet, 2 legs, use them. You have everything God has given to you, use them and start where you are. Start where you are. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start today. Start where you are with what you have. And you can become everything that you ever wanted to be. Right? So that's where we ended last week. So here on to this week. Right? And the vicarious experience is an experience that is gained or felt indirectly through the actions or observation of others rather than through your direct personal experience. That's what I explained earlier on. Is being influenced by what other people are doing, right? Like we say, you are the average of the people closest to you because we are spirits. So if you see someone that might not even be close to you, but you're able to capture that person's success, then see yourself in that. Let that become something that you yearn for. Let that become that light upon the hill that you're attracting yourself towards, right? It's been influenced by other people's success. That's what vicarious experience is, right? People could not run the 1 mile in 4 minutes until one man came up and put his mind to doing it. And once he did it, every other person could do it. They were waiting for someone to do it. And once that person did it, everybody saw him as a light. And they began then to break that and even did it much better than he did. What is it that you're waiting for in your own life? Find someone that has done it before. And even if you don't find someone that has done it before, what's wrong with you being the first? Those that are first and don't have two heads, you can be the first. It's not been done before in your family doesn't mean that you can do it. It's not been done before in your village doesn't mean you can do it. It's not been done before in your town doesn't mean you can do it. It's not been done before in your state doesn't mean you can do it. It's not been done before in your country doesn't mean you can do it. It's not been done before in your region doesn't mean you can do it. It's not been done before in your race doesn't mean you can do it. You can do it because you are the image and the likeness of God, and you have impossibilities that are possible in your life. If only you will apply yourself, if only you will step out in faith and begin to march towards it. It's possible, you are possible. 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 Step out in faith. Begin where you can and grow. You will surprise yourself. You will astound yourself by the time this week is over. You will astound yourself by the time this month is over. You will astound yourself by the time this quarter is over. You will astound yourself by the time this half of the year is over. But start. The miracle begins with starting. Take the first step. So the Kairos experience pretty much involves we influencing one another. And one of the things I was found out here by Rasmus Ankersen as he went through the different gold mines, places where they had high performance, was chic amongst the things that made a difference for high performance. They had someone they were looking up to. They had a role model they had seen do what they wanted to do. And they were then trying to become like that person. That became like the strongest motivation for high performance. What do you see possible? What you see possible is what your whole being will crave towards. Don't forget again, we have the unconscious part of us and the conscious part of us. The conscious part of us is only awake when we're awake. The unconscious part of us never sleeps. Came to life from conception, will never, the light never dims. It works even when we're sleeping. Our unconscious being is at work even when we're sleeping. But what is it doing? It's trying to make our dreams come true. It's trying to make that picture you have on the inside of you to become reality. It's trying to make that theme in your mind something that you walk in. But it doesn't matter what theme it is. If it's a theme of failure, your unconsciousness, that's what your unconsciousness is bringing to pass. It's bringing about the failure that you see. If it's a vision of success, that's what your unconsciousness is doing. It's working to bring about the success. So you are the determinant of what your consciousness is doing. You are the determinant of the trajectory of your life. You are the determinant of your fate, your destiny, your hand. It's not the people in the village. It's not your stepmother. It's not the people wherever it is that you think. You are the determinant. You are the one that's telling your unconsciousness what to do by the story you believe of yourself, the story you believe of your today, the story you believe of your tomorrow. That is a programming your unconsciousness is working on, and it's aligning everything to make it happen. It's aligning everything to make it happen. It's aligning everything to make it happen. Your stories come to pass, but you determine the story. Your story is coming to pass, but you determine the story. Your story is coming to pass, but you determine the story. What story do you have? What is the story you have for today? What is the story you have for this week, new week we're going into? What is the story you have for this month that we're into? What's the story you have for this quarter that we're into? What's the story you have for this half of the year that we're into? Where do you see yourself when this half of the year is done? That is what your unconsciousness is bringing to pass. If you have none, then your unconsciousness is doing nothing. But if you have sworn, your unconsciousness is bringing it to pass. The truth is that there's always one. Either the one you decide or the one that is forced on you. And most often the one that is forced on you is less than that will make you happy. because it's to make other people happy. Your happiness is in your hands. Other people's function is not to make you happy. You determine your happiness. You determine your happiness by the story that you are put up for your own self. If you have no story, then you're probably going to earn less than you would want to. Take care of your happiness. Take care of your hand. Take care of your story. Give your subconsciousness something to do in your favor, not against your favor. Give your subconsciousness something to work that will make you happy, that will make you fulfilled, that will make you excited, that will make you stand on top of the world, that will make you feel confident, that will make your life be useful, that will make you think and know that you have lived a useful life. It's all in your hands. It's a story. It's a story that you cook up for yourself. The story that you cook up for yourself. Only today, as I began to think of something I want to do, I started a new series of story called Making Luxury Common. Because there's something I want to do. I want to make it luxurious, right? I'm already setting a high target for myself. I'm trying to make something luxurious. So I've started a series to capture that trail called Making Luxury Common, right? I don't set any low target. I set a high target, right? That thing that I'm going to do will be defined by making luxury common. And if I do that for myself, I could probably do that for other people, and it might just become another business for me that I'm going to do. But this time, I'm doing it for myself. But there's an opportunity to do it for others. It's called Project 711, Making Luxury Common. You see that. That's one of the things I'm doing starting today, right? Cook a story for yourself. Give your subconsciousness something to do. I've already given my subconsciousness a job to do, making luxury common. So I've already sent my subconsciousness on an assignment to bring me, to make it happen for me. That in this project I'm doing, luxury will be common. It won't be a high thing for me to have luxury in that thing. It will just be common. Things will flow. Luxury will flow in my way. The ideas will come my way. People will come my way. The products, materials, connections will come my way. I'm already telling my subconsciousness what to do. What to do. I'm telling you an assignment. What to do. My subconscious mind is never I do. I give it work to do. What are you doing with yours? I am no better than you. You have a subconsciousness you need to give assignment to work on your behalf to make you what you want to be. Don't be limited. Don't stay in a place where you don't have room. Don't be an excuse. Don't be in a place where people are just excusing you, managing you. Look for your own robot. 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 Say, Lord, expand the boundaries of my dwelling. Give me my own robot. Bring me to a place where there's room enough for me. Bring me to a place where there's room enough for me and extra. Don't let me cause shame. Help me cause joy. 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 Let my name be known for joy. Let my name be known for progress. Let my name be known for answers. Let my name be known for deliverance. Let my name be known for enlightenment. Let my name be known for joy. Let my name be known for life. Let my name be known for abundance. Let my name be known for wealth. Let my name be known for riches. It's all in your hands. Send your subconsciousness on assignment. Let it do it for you. Let it bring it for you. You can. It's possible. Make it happen. Right? So, our motivation is kindled much less by what we believe, right? By our interest. Our motivation is kindled much less than we believe. by our interest, passion, or individual skills. That's not what gives us motivation. It's not what I'm interested in. It's not just my passion. It's not just my individual skills that give me motivation, but to a great extent, or to a greater extent, by the social role models with which we identify ourselves. Much more than the tools I have is who I want to become. That's what gives me motivation. It's not the tools I have, it's who I want to become. So scripture in the Bible says, looking up to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. That is what gives me motivation. It's not what I can do or not do. It's looking up to Jesus, my role model. I want to become like Jesus in everything. Looking up to Jesus, my role model, my beginning and my end. That is what motivates me. That's why I can do what I'm doing. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm going to do what I'm going to do, because I see Jesus. I see Jesus. I'm not limited by the other examples. I see people that are failures, people that are compromising God's word, God's way, people that are calling people. No, I'm not limited by man. I see Jesus. 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 But that's just one example in life, right? It's not just Jesus, the only role models. You can find a role model for whatever area of life you find yourself. Find someone that's already succeeded in that area, someone that you would love to be. That person should not be your limit, but at least that person is where you're not. So press to that point. Then when you get to that point, find another one higher. But just find something that will move you away from where you are right now. Right? That motivates us much more. Sometimes it's even yourself, a picture of your own self, right? I was somewhere yesterday and everybody was saying, oh, I was telling them my age. I said, you don't look your age. You're this, you're that. I felt good. You know what that makes me do? Do more of the things that keep me young. Because of what people see and I like what they said, guess what? I like that person also. That becomes my role model. The person that people like, that people aspire to be like. The person that is in good lights, the person that is who I want to be, because that becomes the statue, the role model. I do more of what makes me that. I am my own role model, right? That's another level of it. Who do you want to be? Who would you like to be? What is it about yourself that you want to be different? That can be your role model. See a picture of who you want to be today. See a picture of who you want to be at the end of this week. See a picture of who you want to be at the end of this month. See a picture of who you want to be at the end of this quarter. See a picture of who you want to be at the end of this half of the year. And begin to do the things today that will help you get there. Do the things today that will help you get there. It's not going to come by magic. It ain't going to just fall upon you. It ain't an happenstance. You got to pay the price. Got to pay the price. If you're going to get there, you got to pay the price. Give and it shall be given. What do I have to give so that to be given? What do I have to give so that I be given? What do I have to give so that I can be given? What will I have to give so that I can be given? Right? So that's one of the key things, that most important things that motivates us. Right? So people who connect with a role model become quite simply more motivated, even if they don't know the person concerned. You don't have to know your role model to be motivated by your role model. You just have to want to be like that person, right? Then do what it takes to become whatever it is that you're looking for in that person, right? So role models are sparks that can light the fire of motivation. So role models can light the spark of motivation. I'm going to retire here in 2 years' time. Guess what? I'm looking for role model of people that have retired and they're comfortable. They are retired. I don't feel like going to work the next day. I see some people that are retired and they're still working. Oh, this, I want to go to that office. Oh, I don't want to be that. When I retire in 2 years' time, I don't want to be doing anything even right I'm doing right now. Yeah, once in a while consultancy, but it will just be because I want to do it. Keep me from getting bored. I don't want to do this because I have to do this. God forbid. That's why I'm not taking any early package. I want to work this to the full extent, and be done with it. The other things I'll be doing after retirement, I'm already doing them now. It's just going to become more, more, more. I'm already living my retirement life. I started doing that 4 years ago, right? People said it was too early, but guess what? 4 years has gone already. I have 2 to go, right? You have to have, what is it that you want to be? You must have it, otherwise you'll not be motivated to do things. You'll not be motivated to pay the price. You will never go up the ladder of success without paying the price. And you will not pay the price for which you don't see the gain for. Remember, I emphasize the fact that no, altruism does not exist. Altruism is a deception. It's a scam. We were not created to do something for nothing. Only mad people do that. Only people that have lost their senses do something for nothing. God Almighty did not create us to do something for nothing. Even God himself does not do anything for nothing. So he's our example. God is not altruism God. Everything God does, there's a reason for it. There's an end for it. He even starts with the end in mind. He starts with what is it that I want to accomplish, then begin to do. He does it because of the end he has already seen. So why should we do anything different? The way we are created, you must have the end. Because it's that end that will motivate you. So again, at the end of this week, what is the end that you see? What is it that the things you must do to achieve that end? At the end of this month, what is the end that you see? What is it that you must do to achieve that end? At the end of this quarter, what is the end that you see? What is it that you must do now to achieve that end? At the end of this year, what is the end that you see? What is it that you must do now to achieve that end? That is what motivates us. That's why we can pay the price. That's why I can afford to do 1,001 things just to get that thing. That's why I'm focused. I'm not looking everywhere. I don't go to every party. I don't go to every occasion. I only go to the ones that are walking towards the end that are fixed for myself. There's a movie today, but I'm not going because I don't see it as walking towards the end that I've set for myself. Every other person can go. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but Akin Akibodushe has a hand that is walking towards, and that might not go with his hand. He's only going to do the things that walk towards the end that he has set for himself. Those going have their own end, and that movie works for them. They are themselves, it's neither good nor bad. I am responsible for the end I've set for myself. If my hand works, guess who's going to be happy? Me. If my end does not work, guess who's going to be sad? Me. I am responsible for that hand. So I do the giving. I give so that I'll be giving. I give so that I'll be giving. I give so that I'll be giving. I only give the things that will result in the giving. That's how motivation comes. So you decide the hand you want for yourself and give accordingly to achieve the giving, what you'll receive, right? People who connect with a role model become quite simply more motivated, even if they don't know the person concerned. Role models are sparks that can light the fire of motivation. So you have a role model, it can light the spark of motivation for you and help you get to the end that you're looking for. All right, we're at our mark here, so I'm going to stop here. We'll start from here next week. So we still have some ways to go. Like I said, we're building a tabernacle here. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not in a hurry. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun just like I am having fun. So I'm not in a hurry. Even if we do this to the end of the year, I'm a teacher. We don't run. We do it line upon line, principle upon principle, precept upon precept. That's the job of a teacher. I'm not in a hurry. We don't have to have more than this book to read for this year. If we don't go to the next one till next year, that's okay by me. I hope it's okay by you also. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for Bode coming and stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed your time here with me. God bless you. Feel free. There's something you want to add, question, take away, something you don't understand, something you don't agree with. Let me know. You know how to get through to me. Every other person, I'm all everywhere on social media. Feel free to get back if there's something you want to discuss more. But thanks for spending this time with me, wherever this is eating you. Thanks. God bless you. Enjoy your week. See you the same time next week. God willing. God bless you. Enjoy the week. Shalom.